Is your horse truly on the bit or has it just surrendered? Is your horse cooperating or has it simply stopped resisting? Today we're discussing putting a horse on the bit without an academic explanation, as many exist online. We'll view it from a pro rider's perspective. A very warm greetings to all you dear riders. I hope you're doing absolutely well and have had a very successful week of training. When the topic of a horse being on the bit and lowering its head comes, moving forward together, we must deepen our comprehension of the term on the bit and the essential purpose behind that specific word and this movement. Let's start this discussion with the meaning of collection within the training pyramid. Framework. Of course, you can find the comprehensive full-length video on the training pyramid on our official YouTube channel, where we've discussed the training pyramid in extensive and thorough detail. Collection should always be the final stage of a scientific and systematic training for a horse. The foundation of classical training begins with rhythm, meaning the horse must be able to maintain a steady and consistent rhythm in the three gaits: walk, trot, and canter. After that comes suppleness and relaxation, meaning a happy, relaxed horse that is soft and flexible both laterally and longitudinally. Then we talk about contact and connection. At this stage, the horse willingly accepts the contact of the rider's legs, seat, and hands and yields to the aids, more precise responses to the aids. Once this stage is successfully achieved, it is time for the development of impulsion. Here, the horse learns to move its hindquarters forward with great power and a high amount of energy. The next stage is straightness and balance. Whether on a straight line or a curve, the horse must be balanced. Straightness means that the horse is positioned evenly between both of the rider's hands and legs. Straightness is very important because it creates maximum power in the moment for jumping or advanced dressage movements. When you look at this picture, you'll realize that to keep your horse straight on a line, straightness and moving on two tracks requires the simultaneous diagonal effect of your aids, meaning the inside hand and outside leg, and the outside hand with the inside leg. The rider must be active so that the horse can continue on two tracks and in a straight line. Finally, in the training process, we reach collection. To define this term, a correctly trained horse shifts its weight to the rear, engages its hindquarters. The forehand is significantly lighter and more agile. The back is noticeably more rounded in its shape. And while the body consistently remains perfectly straight, connected, relaxed, and supple, it can also move in a very smooth and proper rhythmic motion. Forcibly lowering the horse's head, locking it, or overbending the neck are not a legitimate part of any proper training process. So why are so many people still obsessed with these methods? With pulling the horse's head down? They use draw reins, special elastics, harsh bits, nosebands, tighter flash bands, longer spurs, heavy whips, and a very wide variety of unusually strange and peculiar gadgets. This simply stems from a lack of understanding about why a horse should even be in this specific frame. People are so preoccupied with watching others, whether right or wrong, that they don't really know the correct process. They just want to imitate without knowing the reason why a rider uses a certain position, or with what kind of horse and why, or if they even intend to continue it. They have no background. regarding the particular rider's behavior with that exact horse at that specific precise moment. First of all, since horses are prey animals, meaning they are hunted, in nature, rather than being the hunters, any feeling of being trapped or excessive pressure activates their fight or flight response. Therefore, trying to pull the head down instead of driving the horse from the leg to the hand will only lead to negative results. When the head is forced down artificially, it's not just physically stressful for the horse, but it's also harmful psychologically and visually. Horses have 360-degree vision. They don't just see front and back, but when their head is held down, their field of vision is also reduced. Lowering the head puts extra pressure on the neck muscles, top line, vertebrae, and even their vision. This forces the horse to look at its own feet instead of focusing on the path ahead, which is also a disaster in jumping. This situation inevitably leads to disruption in movement, relaxation, breathing, and proper top-line muscle building. Back in 2016, multiple scientific studies clearly showed that forcing a horse's head down with restrictive mechanical training aids significantly increases heart rate, fear, and stress levels. These tools can severely restrict or even choke the airway and cause long-term physiological damage to the underlying muscles and vertebrae. If you have not yet correctly understood the profound meaning of the equestrian terms on the bit and collection, and have instead attempted to achieve these states through various shortcuts, you run a very real risk of seriously harming your horse in numerous physical and psychological ways that could impact its long-term health. And the result will be that when you reach a certain level and have expectations of your horse, those expectations won't be met, and every single bit of hope you had for that horse will be utterly lost. I must say that maintaining the horse's sensitivity to the rider's contact is the first requirement of training in this discipline. You must use your legs to encourage the horse to move toward your hands. I know understanding this complex sentence might take some time, but you really need to think about it. Continually seeking some relief from constant rein and uncomfortable bit pressure, if a horse finds no way out or clear response, it will often tuck its head and go behind the bit to escape that pressure entirely. And if this problematic behavior is established and the horse successfully learns it, retraining and correcting that movement is nearly impossible to fully achieve. Look at this picture. It can be very helpful and useful regarding the topic of being on the bit. The specific title of this illustrative picture is The Circle of Aids. These circles are designed to help explain exactly how energy and communication between the rider and the horse should flow continuously, interactively, and in a circular manner. Part 1 is the rider's leg. You've surely heard that being on the bit starts from the leg. Yes, that is absolutely correct. Number 1 is the start of the movement. It means that with the help of the rider's legs, the horse's hindquarters generate energy. In part 2, energy is transferred forward. The horse's pelvis tilts inward and the back becomes active. In part 3, the horse's back lifts and the back muscles engage. The spine supports those essential movements and those powerful muscles. And finally, in part 4, vital energy naturally flows toward the horse's shoulders. It continuously moves and it gracefully flows. This force reaches forward and guides the horse into the bridle. Part 5 is the rider's hand, which receives the energy. Now is the time for the rider's hand to be soft, stay steady, and without resistance, to effectively take the energy and be able to transmit it correctly throughout the body. Part 6, the horse confirms the connection through the relaxation of the jaw and neck. A quiet, soft jaw and a long, supple neck are clear signs of full acceptance. Part 7, the horse then guides its head forward and down in a relaxed manner. This movement is a sign of correct contact and the horse's desire to go forward. it is absolutely essential that the horse actively develops a strong desire to move forward. In the eighth part of this sequence, the rider begins to feel and perceive the physical response through the seat and lower back and adjusts them. This is precisely where the quality of the rider's seat and their steady contact with the horse's mouth causes this continuous cycle to persist, which ultimately allows this overall process to take its full shape. It reactivates the received energy through the legs, and the cycle continues just like that. You can see here that correct connection always forms from back to front. This image can be a very useful and informative poster for club environments or stable halls. To receive this image, you can leave a message on the Instagram page so we can send you the original file. Well, now it's time for us to answer this question. Why do we put horses on the bit? That same on the bit. When the horse lowers its head and gently bends its neck, the horse's complex biomechanics are such that the horse's body is naturally forced in this position to bring its hindquarters much further under its body. In this engaged state, the horse's back muscles, much like the powerful leg and croup muscles which serve as the primary motor for the horse, become significantly more engaged. This process leads to consistent muscle building and the effective strengthening of them over time. Of course, it goes without saying that in this position, all the horse's muscles are engaged, which, if executed correctly, leads to interaction and balance between the horse's muscles. This is something we strongly need in both jumping and dressage disciplines. If we split the horse's body in half, we see that 2/3 of the horse's body weight is in its front part, and 1/3 of the horse's total body weight is in its rear part. Our main goal with the specific exercises we do is to gradually change this proportion. Now, how do we do that? In jumping horses, this ratio should shift to 60% to 40%. Meaning 60% of the weight should be on the hindquarters and 40% on the horse's front. And also, in professional dressage horses, this ratio should reach 70-30, meaning 70% of the horse's body weight is in the back, and roughly 30% of its total body weight should be positioned in the front. Based on the detailed information we've carefully learned, you will ultimately decide to perform this specific movement. To perform this movement, you must you should be able to answer several questions. The first question is, why do I want to put this horse in this position? How do I want to perform this movement? And when exactly should I do this exercise? For how long should I keep the horse in this specific position? The next important question is, what are the potential risks of this movement? This is so that your brain's alarm is fully on to see signs of injury and to notice if your horse is getting hurt. Please stop the exercise now. Next, what are the complementary exercises for this movement? And if you happen to run into some trouble in any of these specific stages, where should I begin to restart? How should I go back and what should I focus on much more so that my horse can successfully progress in the next future stages? Execute the physical movements more accurately and better. In a way, you need to know when you encounter a problem, how to return to a previous step, and if you had mistakes along the way, how to compensate for them, how to correct them, and exactly where to go and with what specific exercise to make those corrections. In our very last video where we discussed the details of the training pyramid, the first stage of horse training was known as impulsion. Let's clarify this specific topic a bit more with a detailed example. If you were to light a fire in a certain place and you have a steady fire burning, you can then control that fire by pouring water on it. But if you go somewhere that was already wet and that part was wet, you can never ignite a lasting fire there. And no matter how hard you try, you won't succeed because those materials are already thoroughly wet. In riding, the rider's legs are compared to fire. and the rider's hands are often described as being fluid, like water. Horses that have a correct sense of forward impulsion will typically have a significantly more responsive reaction to the rider's leg contacts, necessarily accept the bit easier and better than horses that are still struggling with the mouth and the rider's hands. Importantly, correcting and training horses forced onto the bit by hand, whether through pressure or force, is harder and takes more time. This movement starts from the horse's legs and relates to the rider's legs. A common mistake many riders make is that they bend the horse's head, but unfortunately the horse's back isn't engaged and the hindquarter muscles aren't activated. This state is not only highly unhelpful but actually very harmful for the horse. You've created a collection that has no forward impulsion. This is just like a poison for the horse. If a rider puts the horse on the bit correctly but doesn't know the answer to the question of what the goal is, or how long to keep the horse in this position, or when to perform these movements with the horse, after a significant period of time has passed, they will begin to realize that the horse no longer possesses its original level of efficiency and willingness. At this stage, unfortunately, riders often start using various training aids along with much harsher and stronger bits for the horse, which might work in the short term, but in the long run, the horse will suffer from various locomotor and complex muscular problems. Now, because of the intense pain, the horse has neither the physical ability nor the mental willingness to execute those specific athletic movements in that position. I think you now comprehensively understand the underlying concept of the previous image. Regarding young horses as to when we can start on the bit, and working on the bit with them, I must say that if the horses have a balanced and experienced rider, they can go on the bit even in the first few days. On the bit means that the young horse gives a positive response to the rider's hands. The horse gradually begins to lower its neck and follows the rider's soft hand. It is very important to note that if it takes a horse 5 minutes on a circular path to go on the bit, then it will likely take a full hour on a straight line. This is a significant difference to remember. This was just an example to show the importance of the horse's body flexion on curved paths while being on the bit. Try to put your horses on the bit on curved paths, on circles, which can help a lot and make it respond to you more easily. Once your horse improves and levels up a bit, you can expect this movement from it on straight lines as well. Let's not forget the importance of lunging. In lunging, because the horse has less mental distraction, like thinking about the seat, the rider's hands or legs, it's easier. And it can better bring its body into this position and use its muscles in a relaxed and calm way. In lunging, you can use various different tools, which is a whole other topic, and I will try to talk about these topics in much greater detail in future videos and explain the specific role of each one. The role of the rider's hands and legs in getting the horse on the bit is very important. As they say, the rider's hands should be just like those of a piano player. The ability and skill to perform must be equal in both hands. Also, the importance of taking a step back when facing a problem should not be overlooked. Look, whenever you encounter a problem, you should take one step back. Don't forget that everything starts with the walk and concludes naturally with the walking phase. If you find that you are unable to perform a specific movement while maintaining the walk, please do not attempt it. In any other gaits, The soft, soothing, and melodic music continues to play beautifully and gently in the background, creating a very peaceful, serene, and tranquil atmosphere for everyone to enjoy as the scene unfolds slowly and gracefully before your eyes. The background music continues to play softly and steadily throughout this entire segment of the video, providing a consistent and rhythmic atmosphere that is designed for the viewers to enjoy while they focus on the content being presented on the screen. If you have really liked the video so far and found these new ideas helpful, have formed in your mind, please like our video and subscribe to our channel. The only way you can support us is simply by liking and subscribing. Please leave your thoughts in the comments so we can learn more from each other and be able to create a better and more beautiful world for our sports horses. That is, the horse on the bit tries to place its hind foot on the track of the front foot or even further.